So it took me 50 years of playing guitar through countless books, courses, trial and error, even burnout, to finally discover the most effective practice habit I've ever used. And it only takes 5 minutes a day. So if you struggle to practice consistently or you feel guilty for not playing more often, this could change everything. For decades, I believed that real guitar practice meant long, intense sessions, right? An hour, 2, often more. And if I didn't have time for a real practice session, I just wouldn't play. Sound familiar? I'd go days, sometimes weeks, without picking up my guitar. It was like I developed an aversion to running that marathon at each practice. And the whole time, I felt this quiet frustration and sense of guilt, like I was letting myself down. I lived with that gnawing feeling off and on for most of my life. I remember one guitar course that recommended short practice sessions of just 30 minutes a day. But my skeptical mind didn't see 30 minutes a day as short. That's 3.5 hours a week, right? It still sounded like a lot to me, especially because I was already playing gigs and I had a busy life outside of music, right? Kids and a day job. So it happened gradually, but as the years wore on, I basically stopped practicing. I never stopped making music, I just never practiced for about 25 years. And then suddenly, a little weirdly, I hit my mid-50s and I had a mini crisis that, time's evaporating, it's getting away from me. And I made a conscious decision to follow my bliss and come back to music more seriously. That's why I started this channel, right? To rekindle my own love of guitar and vocals and real musicianship and recording and production, and to share with you all the tips and tricks and shortcuts that I learned the hard way, the often misguided way, and definitely the expensive way. I remember one of my first YouTube subscribers left a comment that completely shifted my thinking. His big breakthrough came by committing to pick up the guitar and play for 5 minutes a day. Just 5 minutes, that was it. And with no pressure, no agenda. The idea was to lower the bar and make it super easy to start each day. So I tried it. 5 minutes is nothing, right? The crazy thing, it really worked. I'd see my guitar sitting in the stand, pick it up, glance at my watch, and strum one chord. As soon as I did, I had to play at least one song, right? And every day, 5 minutes was over like that. And anything past 5 minutes was above and beyond my commitment, right? And that is psychologically powerful. So 5 minutes almost always turned into 10 or 20, lots of times an hour or more. So I think the reason this kind of micro commitment works so well is because practicing isn't really the hard part for most of us, just getting started is. So that one little mental shift helped me go from a life of guilt and avoidance to consistency and daily joy. And that meant way faster progress. When I look back, I realize most of my big playing improvements, the quantum leaps, didn't come from marathon practice sessions. They really came from desire and momentum. I pick up the guitar thinking, I'll just play that one chord or riff again. And then I'd fall back in love with the sound. The feel of the strings and the sensuality of the bends. Really just the relationship with my guitar. All I really had to do was show up. So I first took the 5-minute commitment about 7 years ago, and it became so routine that within a few months, I was doing it without needing to remind myself. And that's been true for years now. Playing a little bit every day is so ingrained, I've never even thought to recommend it on this channel until the Dave2429 left me a pithy comment. He said, Maisie, he said, commit to scaring squirrels 5 minutes a day. So he said, commit to practice for 5 minutes a day, just 5 minutes every day. You'll find you'll practice for a lot longer than that and be amazed how much better you get and how satisfying it can be. And practice means literally anything you want it to be. I'll be walking through a store and I'll hear a song I like and think to myself, I should figure that one out later. Or it might be just messing around with the scale. Next thing you know, you've discovered a lick that you can build a song around. Playing guitar has never been more satisfying as it has become over the last 4 or 5 years because of the 5-minute discipline and playing for yourself, or as you so perfectly said it, to express, not impress. What an awesome confirmation. Thank you, the Dave. Because I know my own 5-minute habit has led to so many joyful and productive guitar playing hours, and most of them wouldn't have happened otherwise. Whether you make the 5-minute commitment or not, I want to share 5 quick tips to overcome your practice avoidance. Tip 1, lower the bar to start. Don't wait until you think you have enough time for practice. Just pick it up for a minute and see what happens. Tip 2, touch the guitar every day. Even when you don't intend to practice, build the habit of connecting. It's kind of like tree hugging or walking outside barefoot to connect with the earth. Just touching your guitar matters. If you're like me, it's almost impossible to touch it without picking it up to play a few notes. Tip 3, keep a guitar visible and handy. I generally advocate keeping guitars in their cases and properly humidified and all that. But you need at least one guitar that lives out of the case and the closet. So hang it on the wall or leave it in a stand, just somewhere you can't ignore it. That way it's always begging you, play me. Tip 4, start with joy, not drills. As soon as the guitar's in your lap, play something you love and that you feel good about. Because if you do that first, it's going to open you up and build your confidence. And you'll naturally evolve into practicing chord changes and scales and technique when you're ready. And tip 5, celebrate your consistency, not practice length. So it seems counterintuitive, but to make fast progress, 5 minutes every day beats 60 minutes one time a week. I guarantee it, because like I said, most days it won't just be 5 minutes. You'll actually accrue more playing time, and the repetition from playing every day will cement what you learn. And I really hate to think of the progress I missed out on during those lost decades of practice avoidance, and I really don't want that to happen to you. So if you take one thing from this video, make it this. You don't need a strict routine, and you don't need the discipline of a pro. You just need to commit to showing up. And 5 minutes a day is an easy commitment. That little choice can change your entire guitar journey and help you go further, faster. I'm just here to help make your journey more joyful, one day and one small win at a time. All right, I hope you'll hit subscribe so we can keep discovering and making progress together.